All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. Hi, Internet! We're back! And we're back to do something that I've wanted to do for quite some time because I have had my eye on this game, and not necessarily in the most positive way, because I will be completely honest, with this channel, we have a tendency to play games that we already know we're going to enjoy. We have a tendency to play games that we've played a little before, we know a little about. This game, I don't know yet, because I've been watching it, and there's not a lot of really good stuff surrounding it. So, we're gonna dive in tonight and find out just how good or bad Bless Online is. I'm here with the lovely Thor.
Hi guys.
And kind of like what we did with the Secret World Legends video, we're gonna jump into this. I have never played Bless. Like, let it be known, most of the other games that we've done reaction videos to on this channel, I have at least played a little. I have not played Bless at all. Neither has Thor. So this is a 100% pure reaction from the two of us. And we're going to play for a few hours and give some initial impressions on how the game works and how it feels. So we're going to be starting on the Hillen NA server. And we're going to hit the button. Come on, don't let me down now, Bless. It's too early. Alright, so right off the bat, we got two factions. We've got the Hiron, I'm assuming is how you would say it. Maybe Heron? That might be Heron. It reminds me of the Wheel of Time books, the bird and the sword. It says, the rulers of the continent, defenders of the civilized world, the Holy Heron Empire has prospered for 100 years. That's not very long. Ruling over a vast territory and protecting the civilized world against the invasion of barbarian hordes. And then we have the Union. Would you pronounce that Union? It's got like a little thing over the O.
For simplicity purposes, let's just call it the Union.
Okay, Heron and Union. There you go. If we're wrong, correct us in the comments. So the Union is a new alliance built to challenge the current regime. After the Fall War, I guess we'll find out what that is later. Various races in the south of the continent forged a permanent military alliance to stand against the Holy Empire of the Heron. What are you thinking out of the two? Which one are you feeling?
Oh no, I'm feeling. I think I'm feeling the Union. Makes me feel like a businessman.
I was gonna say, if it's WoW, it's the Horde. If it's Star Wars, it's the Sith. If it's Bless, it's got to be Union. That might not even be a fair comparison.
Probably not, but we're gonna go with it anyway.
Yeah, don't hate on me on that one. Also, this game is actually pretty graphically intense, so forgive me, my machine is a little potato, so we may or may not get some frame rate lag and stuff like that on this tonight. I'm working on that, but until YouTube starts reaping some dividends, I can't upgrade my card quite yet. So, first off, it looks like we got 4 races, and I'm to understand that there are 4 races per side, but they're basically the same races, they just have different names because different factions. So, it looks like the human race is the Amistad. Aqua Elves, let's see what those are. Okay, well they're normal elves with the word Aqua in front of it. What is this? Why are they Aqua Elves? Outcast elves who are challenging a predestined fate as the inheritors of the quintessential magic of the Millennium Kingdom. There's a lot of stuff. They stand against the extinction of their race. Okay, what race doesn't stand against the extinction of their race? That seems silly. Race start. Your body and soul were created for the sake of fusing with that of an ancient one, but at no point does it explain why they are Aqua Elves. Why are they Aqua?
Maybe it has something to do with the ancient one. Ooh.
Ooh, spooky. Okay, then next we've got the Pantera. Rock on. Oh.
Can I just say real quick, this reminds me so hard of like Final Fantasy X. I think his name was Kamari.
Kamari, yeah, that dude is legit, just like Kamari. He does not, however, look like Phil Anselmo, which is what I got from Pantera. But all right, so they're cat people, race of warriors who worship only strength and battle prowess. They used to live scattered in small tribes. Okay, blah blah blah. So yeah, nomadic cat type people, cool. And then the Maskew. Oh, I like the Maskew. Oh yeah,
Oh, that's
this is
cute.
coming from this is coming from somebody who plays Ataru Taru in Final Fantasy 11 and Lalafell in 14, and this little dude is adorable. Okay, so here's my question. Let's see, race start. You wake up on an airship as an adventure. So here's my concern. I think that we really need to choose the same race because I'm concerned that the different races start in different zones, and I don't want to get separated for the entire reaction.
In all honesty, after I saw it, I was probably already gonna choose the Moscow anyway.
Yes, that's awesome. Okay, so it does look like some of the classes are locked to race, which is totally cool. I mean, to me, that lore-wise makes more sense in a lot of games. I know in World of Warcraft, a lot of the classes are locked to specific races. So, let's see, as the Moscow... Well, let's just go back. The Guardian, which looks like a tanking class, typical sword and board. The Berserker, which looks like a two-handed heavy weapon fighter. An Assassin, which is the dual-wielding class, obviously, stealthy, that type. The Ranger, which is clearly your bow class, range DPS. Mage. Warlock, which is locked. The Paladin. What does a Paladin do in this one? Because some games they're healers, some games they're tanks.
It's probably a mixture of both, in all honesty. And probably Mage is going to be either your AoE DPS and healer, and then Paladin is going to be your tank/healer, and so on and so forth. It's probably going to be like a multi-class thing.
Paladins possess the combat skills of a warrior and the divine powers of a priest. They attack with a mace and defend with a shield, while also casting healing and resurrection spells. Yeah, so you're right. Right on the money there. It's kind of a combination. Well, that does bring to point something that is probably worth noting, is this game is currently free to play on Steam. It started off buy to play when it went into early access. This game has caught so much hate, guys. Like, this is the third relaunch of the game, if I'm not... Well, the third launch of the game, if I'm not mistaken. I think it originally... launched and didn't do too hot, so then they relaunched in maybe Russia, something like that, still didn't do too hot. Then they supposedly revamped the combat system and things like that in the US and launched again, and this game just got ripped to pieces before it ever even made it out of early access, which kind of bothers me because I don't think it's fair to destroy a game before it makes it out of early access, because that's why it's early access. But I know that there are a lot of people out there that are way more qualified to make those comments than I am, so I'm definitely not going to do that. It's just my opinion. Take it for what it's worth. You know what? I'm going to do a Paladin. That sounds like fun. Oh, and it does stand to note, there are female versions of each one of these races. Oh my gosh. Her little hair. That is too precious.
I did look at the female versions while you were talking. If you look at the female Pantera, it reminds me of Avatar.
Yeah, I can see that. I can definitely see that. They actually look really cool.
They do look really cool. Like, I'm tempted to make a female Pantera, but I'm going to stick with you just because.
Yeah, I'm just impressed with the graphics overall. I feel like the design of the characters and whatnot is very clean. All right, so we're in character creation in our skivvies. And, okay, what is this? Animal type, human type. Oh, bless my stars, if you hit the human type button, he becomes a little baby.
Okay,
that's awkward. Nope, I want puppy ears. That's why I'm playing this thing.
You know what? It's been a while since I've played a heavy-hitting two-handed class. I think I'll go with Berserker.
In the character creation, it looks like we've got a lot of options here. Let's see. I'm just kind of clicking through. Oh, we got sliders. That ought to be fun. So
they should know better than to give me a slider.
All right, for heads, it looks like there's just a handful of presets that you can. Yeah, okay, artist presets. I see. I like that hairstyle. There's a lot of hairstyles. Yeah, don't grab your body trying to spin your character.
I already did. No, I could see how this game would gives you too much freedom. Oh no.
Alright, it's gotta be signature white, of course. There's even a shine option. Alright, so Thor, you've got a significantly better PC than I do. On your shine option, does it change what your hair looks like?
Where is this shine option that you... Oh, I
So
see it. Okay.
yeah, down at the bottom, because it doesn't change anything on mine.
Well, you're also using white.
Yeah.
If you were to use a slightly more,
Okay,
it
yeah, I can
it,
see. If
it
I
gives
did black, and it gives it a little bit of a
it gives
tint. I
highlights
see it.
basically.
Okay, go back all the way to the top where it says all.
Okay.
And on the right side, there's a thing that says body type and then fur color. And you can pick your fur color.
Oh, that's so much better.
Oh, I look cool. Very nice loading screen art. I like that. Okay, so upon first loading in, I have noticed that it is extremely cluttered.
Yeah.
The UI is pretty intrusive. Yeah, from what I've heard, I don't believe that there's any way to change the interface in the game. I'm assuming that we're just going to be... That's what it's going to be. For I will say, the graphics are really cool. It kind of reminds me of Guild Wars 2 in a weird sort of way. Kind of, what's the city that you're in for Path of Fire? The desert city?
Amnoon.
Yes, it kind of gives me an Amnoon vibe for some odd reason. A lady to talk to. Let's see, Olier. Okay.
All right.
Conversations can be initiated by hitting F. Okay, got it. Press spacebar to jump over the rail. Now, what do you put rails there for if I got to jump over it? Ah. Yeah, it seems like a really silly place to put a rail. That staircase does not even make sense. I like the jump animation, though. That's pretty neat. Okay, before we go any further, I'm wondering if this is like an instant starting area, or it's gotta be.
It probably is. It's like a tutorial.
Okay, so right off the bat, I'm already starting to get a little confused. I feel like this is a little more complicated than it needs to be. For a level 1. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like I'm just entering into the game.
Yeah,
This is
and they're
a lot
already...
to take in. Cause see, okay, so I open it up. There's an ability line here, and the thing that's glowing says gladiatorial tactic. But nowhere in my quest is it says for me to use gladiatorial tactic. It says charge tactic, which is what? Draw sword, shield attack.
Okay, so go to your chain skills.
Charge tactic.
Yeah,
okay,
there you go.
We go. Yeah, I feel like that's a really overly complicated way to do hot bars. And maybe it'll make more sense and seem simpler as the game goes on. I guess maybe if it's something that you're used to, it makes sense. I don't know. Well, there's not a whole lot to these combat animations, are there? Oh, okay. Alright, so when you're... So what is the gauge on the side? I feel really stupid for being confused, because I feel like it should make a lot more sense than it does, but I'm just basically spamming R button after... Okay, so when you change combat stances... Whoa.
I kind of like the combat. It is a little hard to get used to.
I'm not crazy about the whole R thing, because...
Yeah, I think it's a little... I don't know. It's definitely different.
Yeah. Which different isn't necessarily bad, but R is kind of a stretch for my finger. I feel like I would prefer that to be, I feel like okay, so there's another game that I've played called Ion, and in Ion, you just continue to hit the button of the ability that you used before, and it continues the combo on. And so, in that scenario, you're not having to reach for other buttons. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think I could probably get used to the pressing of R. It'd just take a lot of...
That's where I'm at with it. It's not anything that I just can't deal with. It's just a little strange. But I don't know. Maybe the controls can be changed to where it's not so awkward, I guess. I think a lot of it has to do with the fact that I'm spoiled because I use my Razor Naga for all my hot abilities, and so I'm really lazy. I don't like to have to take my fingers off of my WSAD keys.
Well, I certainly fit... Oh my gosh! You
What?
get out of here, sir.
Oh, good God. Yeah. Okay. I see what you were going on about.
I died. How the crap?
Yeah, I did too. Oh, you're supposed to. After resurrection within the dungeon, speak to... Okay, yeah, so you're supposed to. The demons have already noticed your presence.
Cool down, Diablo.
Bye, lady. Alright, so
Oh.
what's finna... Ooh, cutscene. With an airship, no less. I love airships. I like that it's voice acted.
Oh, yeah. And it's not that bad either.
So, a swarm of beetles is approaching. Okay, because beetles. Is that something that normally happens in this world? Like, are beetle attacks kind of like on the norm? Them some big beetles. Okay, this whole like freezing the screen whenever the fight is over. I'll check this Amazonian princess out. Stabbing the absolute F out of this thing.
Yeah, for freaking real.
Ma'am, you are exceptional, and I like your hat. No, but seriously, 10 out of 10. Where can I get that hat? Oh, it's so pretty. Man, the loading screens on this game are next level. I
Yeah.
love the art, dude. Well, I will say that I just took 3 steps and am completely frozen.
Yeah, I did the same thing. Give it a minute.
That's not boding well for the game.
Yeah, I did the same thing just a little bit ago. So.
Malroon, is that you?
Yep.
Winning! Okay, now we gotta figure out how to be friends.
Now, party invite. Aha!
Accept. Woohoo! We're friends. Alright, so, looks like we need to go to talk to Chitata.
Welcome to your new home.
The lady with the awesome hat.
Look for work here too.
And good God, that is a cool hat.
Yeah, for real.
It looks like in this game, when you're going to a quest person, it's like a gigantic beam of light over them, like they're a gift from God.
To be completely honest, I actually like that because every so often I'll have that inkling feeling like, I feel like I passed the person.
Yeah. Pretty hard to miss one when there's a gigantic beam of light from heaven shooting down on top.
If you double tap in a direction, you'll start sprinting.
Oh yeah, okay, no, I wasn't sprinting, but I can be.
Yeah, okay,
Yeah,
that's
that
what
is-
that's what that bar is. Around your like your level and your experience and stuff. That's
Oh, it's like a stamina bar.
yeah, it's a stamina bar.
I see. Okay. Wow, the map kind of reminds me of Final Fantasy XIV. Oh man, it's got a really steampunky vibe. I dig that. Steampunk is my favorite aesthetic. So
That's
I dig
probably
that.
what this race actually is more kind of like the steampunk, kind of like what the Char in Guild Wars 2 are. They kind of do the scrapping.
I can see that.
Ooh, it's really echoey in here. I kind
That's
of
an interesting touch.
yeah. You don't have a lot of games that do that.
Oh look, Hat Lady's here. We got Takako and Watada. Or Chitata. Sorry, Watada's Final Fantasy 11. Final Fantasy 11, making Taru names before Taru names are cool. Lady, I saw you 3 minutes ago. This game feels very big.
It's not a bad thing. Most
No,
MMOs are.
it's not. It just definitely gives you a very vast feeling, like you're in a large place, which I think is awesome. Okay, so there is an auto run function. You click the button and it automatically runs you to where you're supposed to go. That's interesting. Okay, but it automatically runs you off the side of
Oh yeah,
walls.
you've
which-
got to be paying attention.
Okay, well that's not something that I'm going to be using very often then.
No, you use it to kind of like get the general idea where to go, and then
Yeah.
there kind of figure it out yourself.
Okay, so yeah, the combat is growing on me a little.
Yeah, I feel the same way.
Because I feel like I'm consistently doing something. Oh, that's
Yep.
a cool cutscene. Something's fitting to come out of that water, isn't it? I freaking hate water. That's doo-doo water, too. Oh, that thing's cool looking, Thor.
It is cool, but whatever you do,
Where-
don't attack it. Just kind of
Okay.
stare at it.
Well, I don't think we're in the same instance. At
No,
this
we're
point.
not. It put us in an instance, separate instances, but you can just kind of like look at it.
Destroy Zito 1000 that burst out of the sewer.
At least they're honest.
Burst out of the sewage. Alright, I'm finna fight him. Dude. He's nothing. Yeah!
Yeah, he's
Get on the ground, Poobot! Get teabagged. Ooh, there's a costume tab.
is there?
Mm-hmm. In your inventory there is. We don't have any yet, obviously.
Okay.
Okay, so fun fact, you can hit the little automatically travel button, and if you click on it, and then you take over running yourself, it'll still give you lines to guide you to where you're supposed to go. So that's pretty cool. So that thing that jumped out of the poo water is like a giant rat man. These cutscenes are really good. Oh snap. We finna have to fight it again.
I'm officially frozen, I think. Like, I can move my mouse, but everything else is completely frozen.
Really?
Yeah.
That's not good.
This game's got a lot of, like, I don't think it's the server anymore, I just think it's buggy.
Optimization. Yeah, that was not a... That wasn't a positive vibe for the game, that's for sure.
Mm-mm.
But if we can make it through the rest of the night without any more oopsie-doos, we can call it okay.
With so many people giving it flack anyway, they probably have stopped a lot of the progress on it, including all the patches that probably have bugs like that.
Yeah.
So, that's probably one reason why it keeps happening, because there's not enough common interest for them to want to fix it. I will say this, the first thing I noticed whenever I actually downloaded this game is that loading into the game takes an eternity.
Yeah, it takes forever to start up. No lie.
Like, they give you a nice, like, picture to look at, but I don't want to stare at that picture for, like, 10 minutes. Oh, wow, they give you 4 character slots right off the bat.
Oh, no, that's nice.
That is nice. Okay. So there is something good came out of it. I could actually see how many free slots they give you. So you could make one for every race, basically.
So, the little bar that goes up on the side of your body whenever you attack, is that like a timer?
Yes, to be able to chain.
Okay, so you got to do it before that bar runs up.
Yes.
To be able to chain it.
And because there's various different, some of them are going to have different titans. So
I got it.
right now they're probably all set on R for a certain chain, but you could probably press F or something, or whatever the other keybind is going to be for it, and you could chain a different kind of attack with it.
Okay, so now I'm on the map. What's it trying to tell me to do here? I don't understand. Ride an airship to conveniently travel to other regions. Where would you like to go? Show me where I can go. Okay.
Where is Spezia?
I don't know. Wow, this is actually a really big map.
Yeah, this map is... Wow, it's huge!
That's what I'm saying. It's a big map. But nowhere on it do I see Spezia.
Southern Spezia. Here we go.
Oh, there it is. Yeah, okay.
You've got to zoom way out to find that puppy.
That's a big map,
Oh, dude, you are, like, look right ahead of you. I'm at... Oh, never mind. You were right behind me.
Airship out, too. It's got, like, this sweet crystal thing going on in the middle.
Yeah, it's like
a hot air balloon. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a heat crystal. That's so cool. But you just take a second to look at the water. Water actually looks pretty good in this game.
Oh my god, this city.
Yeah, the entire area looks really, really good.
Wow. And there's riverboats going by.
Okay, now what I want to know is, can I swim? Yep.
I don't know, can you?
Yep, you can.
Oh wow, you can go underwater and everything.
And it doesn't look like trash.
But I'm so laggy I can't figure out how to get out of the water. It's gotta be better than this outside of the city areas. Like, cause that's essentially all we've been in so far is the city areas. It actually gives you a second to admire the architecture in the city. It's got like a really, I don't know, like almost, Renaissance type vibe to it maybe, but it's kind of Spanish seeming, like the Count of Monte Cristo. Where did that take place? Because that's the vibe that I get. Am I the only guy that feels like this guy should be a sleazebag even though he's technically not?
Literally, like, for anybody who's ever played Dragon's Dogma, this guy seems like one of the guys in the noble district that look like he would, like, take your money.
You
like,
get a horse.
This guy's just holding a horse in his back pocket.
Yeah, he's like, hold on, let me reach back here and grab my horse. It's next to my spare tire and my ladder. Wow. Dude had a horse in his pocket. It's cool that it just gives you a horse, though. That's kind of neat. Okay,
Yeah.
you've learned... Wait. You've learned the punish skill. Wait a minute. I'm level 5.
Yeah, so am I.
Didn't get any level up notifications that I noticed. If I did, I must have completely disregarded them.
Alright, let's see.
I was just saying, dude, we've been playing this for like an hour and we haven't even gotten a level up yet. And clearly I was wrong. The horse. No saddle. No physical contact with the actual horse. My posterior is quite literally floating. But it's cool because video game. Oh, you finna fight with me? I don't know if you heard, sir, but I'm a big deal around here.
Are you?
Oh, so there are different combos.
Yeah.
So you don't just spam R. There are other letters that you have to
That's
hit to do
literally what I
different
just got
things.
done explaining to you like 2 seconds ago.
I'm sorry, I was distracted by other things. That's cool though. I like that.
Yeah, it
but
makes...
I don't like that I can't just control everything with my mouse. That's such a spoiled thing to say, but I don't like it. Look at this guy. He's like standing here like a newsie.
Hold on. I'm gonna...
Okay, yo, you want to read what's going on locally? Oh, that's probably not how newsies sound at all.
I
Sorry.
really hope that's not how they sound.
Okay, so I have a bone to pick here. So these shoulder pads that I just purchased, they actually don't work with the shirt that we were given. So when you right click on it, they actually clip into the sleeves of the shirt. That kind of seems a little lazy.
Yeah.
Personal opinion. Seems kind of lazy. Yeah, I'll definitely say I like the way the equipment sets look in the game. I like the aesthetic. It definitely looks good. It's really laggy, but it looks good. And then we get to this guy's helmet, and it completely negates everything I just said. Look at my horse is amazing. Give it a lick, it tastes just like raisins.
I'm beginning to wonder whether you're drunk or not. Yeah, they don't give you any sort of indication that you get a level.
None, because I'm level 6 now and had no idea.
To be completely honest, though, I would play this on my off time.
Yeah, I could see that. I think if it were to get optimized to where the game was more fluid and less laggy, I would probably spend a lot of time playing it, honestly.
Yeah, because, I mean, it's really pleasant to look at. The combat's fun. I feel like the customization is pretty much exactly what I wanted.
You talking about for your creating your character?
Yeah, creating my character. I feel like the armor's got a lot of...
really deep.
Yeah, and the armor feels like it could get really, like, expansive. Tell you what, the music's actually kind of nice, too.
It is. The music is good, the voice acting is good. All those things, I have nothing but positive stuff to say about it. But honestly, the optimization is just so bad.
Can I just say, like, this is no normal horse. It's got a freaking orb on its forehead.
It's a mystical horse.
Last I checked, it was just a brown horse.
It's a mystical brown horse.
What's so mystical about it? Do you not see the orb of bodaciousness on its head?
Did you see that wolf mount that guy was on the beginning of the bridge?
Nope, I did not.
That person's on a turtle.
What the crap is this person? Dude's
That's
riding
the
a...
wolf.
No,
There's the wolf right here, look.
Wait.
Come here.
I don't see a wolf.
Look. Right here.
I don't see one.
What? Look at this dragon thing over here. Thor! I want to be that person!
Oh, whoa. Revamped Chocobo. It's a duckabo. It's a duckabo.
It's a duckabo.
Like,
there's like a little red bar next to my horse. I wonder what that means.
a red bar. Oh, that might... You can probably only use your horse for so long, maybe?
So do I use resurrect? Soul capture?
No, don't. Yeah, use the soul capture. It's like World of Warcraft that you go to, you resurrect at a certain point. So just
Thor? There are freaking ghosts everywhere.
don't worry about them. Just start running around. Like follow your thing back to the mage.
That's something nobody's done before.
Spoopy.
It's like, oh, you died, but we're gonna make you fight things while you're dead, and if you re-die,
You die.
You poop in your dreams. You poop for real.
This guy.
Oh my gosh, that troll is dope. Is that a player?
I don't know. To be honest, this game's got so many cool things in it. But then again, we're still in the beginning right now, so I can't say anything officially.
Yeah, we haven't put it up, but this is a reaction video. It's not a review. It's not like a test. It's just initial reactions. That's what we do.
Yeah.
Because I'm not gonna dump countless hours into a game that I'm just not feeling. But I mean, honestly, at this point, I like this game. It's enjoyable. Now, I will say, okay, so here's the thing. In the online gaming, well, really in the gaming community, period, there is the vocal minority that have very angry feelings towards something and make it very known. Okay, if you're one of those people, it's cool. I totally respect your opinion and your thoughts on a game, but let me be honest. I love simple MMOs. I'm not that guy that's looking for the next cutting edge thing that needs the super special combat systems or the cutting edge graphics or the open world environments. I don't mind instanced gaming. I think if a game is fun and it's fun for what it is, it should be recognized for being fun for what it is. I don't think that you have to re-engineer the wheel to make a good game, okay? So that being said, it's not that complicated to please me in a game. If it looks good and I like the aesthetic and I like the gameplay, I'm going to like the game, honestly.
Yeah.
And that doesn't mean it's for everyone. Maybe it's not. But for me, I don't hate this game.
There's a few things about it that I kind of wish would be more explained.
Yeah, I agree. But it's nothing that you can't figure out given a little time, maybe a little...
Oh, yeah.
Like online searching. And as a Final Fantasy XI player, I am totally familiar with and okay with digging through the internet to find answers to questions. I'm not a person that requires the game to hold my hand through everything just because I didn't grow up that way. Oh, you want to slap some of these drunk guys around?
Is that something we can do?
Yeah. Go sleep that off, buddy. I think you're gonna die already. And oh wow, right through. Ooh, that went right through his neck, sir. Did you see that?
Oh yeah.
That was nice. Oh, that was cool. I enjoyed that. Yeah, that's another thing is I feel like a lot of people who review this game are really highlighting the negatives, but not highlighting any of the positives because I guess they feel like the negatives outweigh the positives. But man, the cutscenes are on point. The voice acting is on point. The music, the aesthetics, all that's on point. Customization's on point. I mean, there's a lot of positive stuff to this game. Way too much to just brush it under the rug because of poor optimization. Because honestly, it is playable. It's not unplayable. I mean, it may not be the most beautiful thing in the entire world because of the frame drop, but it is playable. Thor, I'm going to go out on a limb and say something really bold and probably unpopular.
Okay.
I like Bless. I don't think it's as terrible as everybody says it is.
Yeah, definitely not bad. So far, at least.
I mean, don't get me wrong. Yes, there are problems with the game. There are optimization issues that are painful. But they don't make the game unplayable. It's still fun for fun's sake. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if that makes sense, but...
I understand that.
Alright guys, so I think I'm ready to give my full feedback on Bless. You've definitely heard a handful of my thoughts and opinions as well as stores throughout the video, but here's where I really want to narrow it down. So, Bless is a game that is most definitely not perfect. It's got a lot of issues that are probably really triggering for some gamers. And I totally respect those of you out there that those things are seriously important to, because honestly, everybody games their own way and everybody has their own expectations, and that's perfectly fine. For me, honestly, I grew up in an era of Final Fantasy XI where everything was kind of sought after. You didn't really get handed much, so I'm a little more forgiving when it comes to video games. Also, let it be known that I enjoy theme park games. I think that theme park games are a lot of fun, and this is most definitely a theme park game. If you're into sandboxes and open world type stuff, maybe not so much for you. So let's talk about the negatives. So there's obvious optimization issues, which are absolutely horrible at times. The frame rate is never going to peak 60 frames per second consistently and look gorgeous. Those things are definitely annoying, but for me personally, they're not game breaking. Because I'm pretty used to playing on a poorly optimized machine because I just don't have that great of a gaming rig. The other issues are the combat system's a little weird, and it's definitely difficult to get used to if you're more into tab targeting type games. This is an odd mesh of action, combat, and tab targeting, and I don't know that it does either one well. But after a little playtime, it did feel a little more natural, so I'm not going to call that a horrible thing, but it's definitely going to be a turnoff to some people. Other issues is that the systems in the game, such as setting your hotbar up and kind of understanding those things, are a little weird, definitely not user-friendly right off the get-go, especially for someone who's new to the MMO world. And also, I think that it's strange that it doesn't give you any level up indications. I was playing for a few hours thinking that I was still only level 1 and looked down only to find that I was level 5, which I felt that to be really, really strange, especially with games like WildStar and Final Fantasy that give you huge notifications whenever you level up. So let's flip that around. Those are some of my big negatives. The positives are the game is beautiful. Art style, the direction, the load screens, all of that is absolutely breathtaking. The world seems massive, which I think is a really great thing for an MMO nowadays. The audio, as far as the music and the voice acting, are on point. They're really well done. I'm told that that gets a little lazier as the game goes on, but I haven't played long enough to really give a full opinion of that myself. I think that there are a lot of things that Bless does well. I think there are a lot of things that Bless does bad. But to be completely honest with you, I'll keep playing it. It's free to play. I have nothing to lose, and it's an enjoyable time kill. But for you, it's 100% your decision. You draw your own conclusions, but I would say it's definitely worth a little bit of time downloading it and checking it out. Anyways, that's kind of our reaction to Bless on the Steam release. If you guys have any thoughts or comments, let the salt flow, because I'm sure all of the good vibes that I gave this game are probably going to get ripped apart in the comments, and that's okay. Anyway, until next time, you guys have an awesome night. Deuces.